Today we celebrate feminine beauty in this theme and era, expressed through style, elegance, posture, and presence. Picture this. A revolution in footwear that transformed how women moved through the world in just 5 short years. Between 1963 and 1968, go-go boots redefined feminine stride, adding inches not just to height, but to confidence itself. These weren't just shoes. They were statements of liberation that carried women from underground dance floors to executive boardrooms. What made these boots so magnetic that they conquered an entire decade? Consider this. By 1966, department stores across America reported that knee-high white boots outsold traditional pumps 3-to-1 during fall shopping season. Women weren't just buying footwear, they were purchasing a new way to inhabit space, to claim territory with every step. The go-go boot phenomenon emerged from the collision of youth culture and space-age optimism that defined the mid-1960s. As London's mod scene exploded and American television brought dance shows into living rooms nationwide, women craved footwear that matched the energy of the times. The traditional feminine shoe, delicate, constraining, designed for careful steps, suddenly felt obsolete. Young women working in offices, attending college, and frequenting new nightlife venues needed something bold. Something that announced their presence before they even spoke. The silhouette was unmistakable. Boots that rose to mid-calf or just below the knee, often in pristine white patent leather that gleamed under both office fluorescents and disco lights. The toe was typically rounded and somewhat squared, a departure from the pointed stilettos of the previous decade. Heights varied from a practical 1-inch heel for daytime wear to a dramatic 3-inch platform for evening adventures. What distinguished go-go boots from their utilitarian ancestors was the attention to feminine detail. The leather was treated to achieve an almost liquid shine, reflecting light as women walked. Many featured side zippers with decorative pulls shaped like mod flowers or geometric forms. The shaft often hugged the leg closely, creating a sleek line that elongated the silhouette dramatically when paired with the era's increasingly shorter hemlines. Color palettes started with that iconic white, a shade that suggested both space-age sterility and bridal purity, perfectly capturing the decade's contradictions. Nancy Sinotra's 1966 hit made white go-go boots legendary, but enterprising designers quickly expanded the range. Black patent leather offered sophistication for office environments, while metallic silver and gold versions caught the light in diskettes. Some featured contrasting trim or small cut-out details that added visual interest without compromising the boot's clean lines. The construction itself was revolutionary. Unlike traditional women's footwear that prioritized delicate appearance over durability, go-go boots were engineered for movement. They featured reinforced toe boxes that could withstand the energetic footwork of popular dances like the Wah-to-See and the Monkey. The leather was treated to resist scuffing, essential for footwear designed to take women through long nights of dancing and active days of modern living. Accessories often complemented the boot's bold statement. Wide headbands, oversized sunglasses, and structured handbags created ensembles that felt coordinated yet spontaneous. The most fashion-forward women paired their boots with geometric jewelry, chunky plastic bangles, pendant earrings with clean lines, and watches with space-age styling that echoed the boot's futuristic aesthetic. The transformation in women's posture and movement was immediate and striking. These boots demanded a different kind of walk, more confident, with longer strides that showcased the footwear's dramatic height. Women discovered that the boot's substantial construction provided stability that paradoxically offered more freedom of movement than traditional high heels. Department stores like Bloomingdale's and Saks Fifth Avenue initially stocked them in small quantities. Uncertain whether the trend would last beyond the underground club scene where the boots first gained popularity, The mid-1960s marked a pivotal moment when feminine beauty embraced bold, architectural footwear that redefined elegance through confident movement and space-age sophistication. By 1965, major manufacturers recognized they were witnessing more than a passing fad. The boots appeal cross-generational lines in unexpected ways. College students wore them to classes. Young professionals paired them with shift dresses for office wear, and even suburban mothers discovered their practicality for active lifestyles. The sturdy construction meant these boots could transition seamlessly from morning errands to evening entertainment. The cultural settings where women showcased their go-go boots became as iconic as the footwear itself. Television studios hosting dance programs like American Bandstand and Hullabaloo featured dozens of young women whose synchronized movements in gleaming white boots created mesmerizing visual patterns. These weren't just dance floors. They were stages for a new kind of feminine performance that emphasized energy and joy over traditional restraint. Office environments witnessed a quiet revolution as secretaries and junior executives began incorporating go-go boots into their professional wardrobes. The boots paired beautifully with the emerging shift dress silhouette, creating outfits that felt both businesslike and youthfully modern. Personnel departments at major corporations initially worried about appropriateness. But the boots' clean lines and substantial construction actually projected competence and reliability. Shopping districts in major cities became runway shows every afternoon as young women discovered the confidence these boots provided. The sound of heels clicking on pavement took on new meaning. It was rhythmic, purposeful, almost musical. Department store windows began featuring complete ensembles built around the boots. Understanding that customers wanted to envision entire lifestyle transformations, not just new shoes. The social rituals surrounding go-go boots developed their own etiquette. Women learned to sit with ankles crossed to showcase the boot's sleek lines. The process of pulling on knee-high boots became a daily ritual of transformation. Women reported feeling taller, more assertive, ready to take on challenges they might have avoided in traditional pumps. Evening venues from Manhattan's hottest nightclubs to college-town dance halls echoed with the sound of dozens of boots moving in rhythm. The dance floors of the mid-60s demanded footwear that could keep pace with increasingly energetic music and complex choreography. Women who had previously sat out fast songs found themselves drawn into the action, their boots providing the stability and confidence needed for adventurous movement. Beauty salons began offering advice on leg care specifically for go-go boot wearers. The boot's height drew attention to calves and ankles in ways that previous footwear hadn't, leading to increased attention to leg grooming and fitness. This wasn't vanity. It was women adapting their beauty routines to complement a more active, visible lifestyle. The workplace coffee breaks and lunch hours of 1966 often featured conversations about where to find the perfect boots and how to style them appropriately. Women shared tips about breaking in new pairs, maintaining the patent leather's shine, and transitioning outfits from day to evening by simply changing from lower-heeled versions to dramatic platforms. The transformation extended beyond individual confidence to influence broader social interactions. Men reported being intrigued by women who could navigate city streets with such apparent ease in substantial footwear. The boots suggested a woman who was practical yet stylish, someone who could handle whatever the day might bring while looking effortlessly put together. This feminine revolution in footwear was preparing to leap beyond its original club and youth culture boundaries, ready to reshape mainstream American style in ways that would influence women's relationship with power, movement, and self-expression for decades to come. The mid-1960s go-go boot phenomenon demonstrated how feminine beauty could reshape mainstream culture through bold footwear choices that prioritized both style and empowerment. The cultural impact extended far beyond individual wardrobes as go-go boots became symbols of a generation's rejection of passive femininity. Fashion magazines like 17 and Mademoiselle dedicated entire spreads to styling the boots for different occasions. Recognizing that young women needed guidance integrating such a bold statement piece into various aspects of their lives. The boots appeared in television commercials for everything from soft drinks to automobiles, suggesting that advertisers understood their power to communicate youthful energy and modern thinking. Hollywood embraced the trend with enthusiasm, featuring go-go boots in films that celebrated contemporary youth culture. Movie theaters across America showcased leading ladies whose white boots became as memorable as their performances. The footwear's photogenic qualities made it ideal for the emerging color television broadcasts that brought fashion directly into American living rooms every evening. International fashion capitals took notice as American go-go boot manufacturers began receiving orders from boutiques in London, Paris, and Rome. What had started as a grassroots movement in American dance clubs was evolving into a global statement about modern femininity. European designers began creating their own interpretations, adding local touches while maintaining the boot's essential spirit of confident movement and space-age sophistication. The manufacturing industry responded with innovations that made the boots more accessible to women across economic backgrounds. Mass production techniques developed specifically for go-go boots included new methods for achieving consistent patent leather finishes and streamlined construction processes that reduced costs without compromising quality. By late 1966, versions were available at price points ranging from luxury department store exclusives to budget-friendly options at chain stores nationwide. Retail environments transformed to accommodate the boot's popularity. Shoe departments expanded their displays to show the boots at proper height, understanding that women needed to see the full silhouette effect. Sales staff received training on proper fitting techniques for knee-high boots, recognizing that the extended contact with the leg required different considerations than traditional shoes. The influence on women's behavior patterns was measurable and lasting. Public transportation ridership among young women increased during evening hours as the boots provided confidence for navigating city streets after dark. College campuses reported more female participation in outdoor activities and informal sports as students discovered their boots' versatility and comfort during extended wear. First, the go-go boot established the knee-high silhouette as a legitimate choice for professional environments. Second, it proved that substantial, practical footwear could enhance rather than diminish feminine appeal. Third, it demonstrated that women's fashion could originate from youth culture and dance floors rather than exclusively from haute couture houses. The enduring fascination with go-go boots reflects something deeper than nostalgia for 1960s style. These boots represented a moment when women collectively decided that beauty and practicality weren't mutually exclusive. That confidence could be literally stepped into each morning. They proved that revolutionary changes in how women move through the world often begin with something as simple and profound as new footwear. Today's designers continue drawing inspiration from the go-go boot's essential lesson. That feminine beauty reaches its full power when it enables, rather than constrains movement and self-expression. The boots that once carried women from underground clubs to Main Street continue influencing how we think about the relationship between style and empowerment, reminding us that the most lasting fashion statements are those that expand rather than limit what it means to move through the world with grace and confidence.